Hello and welcome, guys, to a new episode on Sport Predictor Fanatic. Today we're gonna do, it's my first video, but we're gonna predict the Euro 2024 in Germany. What we're gonna do is first gonna rank like the top like the top of every pool, like the first, second, third, fourth place. And then I'm gonna tell you why. I might tell the odds in text with it, because I'm gonna bet on it, and I'm gonna do some more betting relating content later on as well about the Euros. So definitely stay tuned for that. But for now, let's get straight into pool number A. The first pool consists of Germany, Scotland, Hungary, and Switzerland. I think the pool is going to have a clear winner, but with like a pretty close contest between the other three. Who I'm going to think is first is going to be Germany. I mean, they're already in first and they're going to stay there, as you can see. No, I'm going to let them stay there. Who I think is going to be second is actually Scotland. Who I think is third is going to be... I almost let my phone slip. It's going to be Switzerland, and Hungary I've put in fourth. I'm going to tell you real quick about every squad why I think he's there. Well, Germany, I think they just have overall like the best squad, with many players who had like a good season or are like, capable players like Rudiger, Kroos, Weirts, Müller. So yeah. And with that, Germany hasn't lost this year, also won against France, against the Netherlands, which are, of course, big teams. So I think they're going to do well. Second place, I have Scotland, as I said. I think overall not the best squad, but especially with that midfield, they're going to do pretty well, I think, with McTominay, with McGinn. They're not looking too great in their matchups before this, with 2 losses against Netherlands and North Ireland, which North Ireland is pretty bad. But they did win against Gibraltar and a draw against Finland. They are looking kind of iffy, but I still think they're going to be second. And third is, I have Switzerland, as I said. Defense is not looking too good. No, the defense, is looking good, but the overall team, I'm not really sure of. But they haven't lost this year, but also their wins haven't looked like, or draws haven't looked like that convincing. They played 0-0 against Denmark and spilled 1-1 against Austria, which, by the way, beautiful shirt with Alban back. But no, I don't think they look really convincing. Fourth, I have Hungary. Not the best squad. They have a few players like Szoboszlai from Liverpool. I don't know how to say that name ever. Although I'm a Liverpool fan, but yeah, no, I don't know how to say this name. But they have only lost 1 game since 2023. And that was pretty recent, and that was against Ireland, so it's not a good loss, if you know what I mean. And then we're gonna go to pool number B. This is, of course, the group of death. 3 great teams with Albania. I'm gonna say it straight away, with Albania. No, yeah, I'm gonna put it like this: Spain at the top. Croatia. I'm gonna leave it like this: Croatia second, Italy third, and Albania fourth. That's how I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna talk about Spain first. No, we're gonna talk about Albania first, because they're, I think, the team everyone predicts at last. They have some alright players, and they got a little bit unlucky with the draw. Like for real, they did. They have won their last 2 matches, but they were against Azerbaijan and Liechtenstein, not the greatest teams, of course. And before that, they lost against Sweden and Chile. The qualifying was quite impressive, though, with a win against Poland and a win against the Czech Republic. So that's quite cool, but I don't think they're gonna surprise here anybody. And then at third, I had Italy. Yeah, even though I think the players are all right, like in a team, of course. I don't think they're gonna make enough of a difference. Also, the attack, I don't find it that good. I'm afraid that they're not gonna really score. Um, but if you look at the previous matches, they are looking alright. They haven't lost since 17 October 2023, but they also haven't really impressed with a narrow win against Bosnia Herzegovina, Ecuador, and Venezuela, and a draw against Turkey. I mean, not really a good result for a squad like Italy, for a country like Italy, of course. And then Croatia. Yeah, Croatia. I think I always go wrong with them. I always think they're going to be lower than they actually are. Um, but yeah, they of course have some good players like Modric, Kamaris, Perisic, and they have won all matches dating back to 18 November 2023, but didn't really win against some big teams except for Portugal at the 8th of June. But yeah, I think they're going to be second. They're always like that little, not really a surprise anymore, but for me it's always a surprise because I always think Italy, Croatia, but I think it's going to be the other way around this time. Um, and then I have Spain. Yeah, some people think Spain is going to be out. Like a friend of mine is going to think Spain is out. But I think they have some players, great players everywhere, some experienced players, but also some like really young players, which always brings something new. I also think the team is really like balanced out. But yeah, it's really hard to say on the recent results because they won 5-1 and 5-0 or 5-1. But that was against North Ireland and Andorra. Not really squads like noticeable. And in March they played like 3-3 to Brazil and 1-0 and lost 1-0 to Colombia, which isn't great. But I still think I think they're gonna do well. But I might be wrong, of course. But so let's get into pool number 2. Yeah, I think a pretty straightforward group. I think England are gonna be 1. I think Denmark are gonna be 2. I think then we have Slovenia 4th and Serbia 3rd. That's what I'm thinking. Although the last 2, I think actually they're gonna be on the same points total, but it's just a guess. Let's see, England. Yeah. Not really much to say about it. I think this team is like an overall favorite to win like the European Championship. So yeah, really good team. Bellingham, Trent, Kane, Foden, Palmer, Walker, just to name a few. Like a really good team. Although they did really struggle in the last like 4 games with losses against Brazil, Iceland, a draw against Belgium, and a win against Bosnia. But I still guess in the tournament they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be totally fine. I assume so at least. Then I have at second Denmark. Always a really good, like a really balanced out team for sure, with a good defense and midfield. I think they're lacking a bit up front, but I think they're going to be fine to come second. Denmark also hasn't lost this year, with a good win against Norway and Sweden. They are looking quite all right. Then at third, we have Serbia. I think they're going to be fine. They have some like experienced players like Gudelja, Milinkovic, Savic, Tadic. And all right attacking options with Vlahovic, Jovic, and Mitrovic. But overall, I don't think this team is really good enough to do anything. They're lacking. They're looking like quite inconsistent with a loss against Russia and Austria, but a wins against Cyprus and Sweden. Can't really place them, but I think they're gonna be 3rd or 4th in the pool. But I'm predicting 3rd for now. Then Slovenia. Yeah. With only, I think, Sesko and Oblak are really at top teams. I don't see him doing really much this pool. They haven't lost those since 17 November 2023, but are pretty inconsistent with a win against Portugal, but a draw against Malta, which is, of course, should be an easy win. So, yeah, kind of weird. Okay, now we're going back to Pool D. I think it's a pretty even pool, like the hardest pool to predict. But yeah, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna predict France at top, although they're having some problems. I heard Mbappe wasn't with their last training and also had like a knee injury a little bit. There are also some virus going around, but I still think they're gonna be first. Let's go second with the Netherlands. Yes, I'm gonna predict them second. Then we're gonna go Poland third and Austria fourth. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the standings. Well, first, I think France do have like a freaking good team, Of course, with all, I think only players in the top leagues except for Kante, who of course is already like a good player. France did struggle though in their last like four games. I think with a loss against Germany, a draw against Canada, it's not like looking too good, but it's okay. And then the second, Netherlands. Even though I don't think their attack is like that good, the midfield and defense looks absolutely solid. I think if there's just one striker that's gonna pop off, like Memphis Depay is doing the last like few weeks, I think they might do literally anything good. They won 4-0 against Iceland, against Canada also 4-0, I think. But yeah, the loss against the big team Germany might still be on their mind from, I think it was March. But yeah, we'll see if that's still on their mind. Then Poland, I think, yeah, I think it's going to be the team challenging the Netherlands for the second spot, but Lewandowski might have like a little bit of a injury. So that might be a good news for Netherlands. But also I think like with the new coach, they've really improved a lot. Have improved a lot. I think they haven't lost yet under their new manager, which is really good. They've won of all matches against this year against Turkey, Ukraine, Wales, which aren't bad teams for sure. Like some people say Turkey might be an underdog team, so you never know. And fourth, Austria. I think they have some all right players in the team, but it's not good enough all around, especially not with my number 8, Alaba, out. I think it's going to be hard, although Austria haven't lost since 13 October 2023, and only have drawn once against Swiss, so all the other games they won, Slovakia, Serbia, they beat them pretty convincingly, but still think gonna be last, gonna be honest. Then into pool number E, I think it's one really strong team with 3 mad teams, but I think it's one of the clearest pools which the numbers 1 and 2 are gonna be. Oh, I want them there. I want them. Ukraine. I want them there. Slovakia and Romania. I think this is like pretty clear who's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4, but they can always surprise. At Belgium, I think by far the strongest team with, of course, De Bruyne, Trossard, Lukaku, you name them. Doku, I'm just naming a few. Belgium also hasn't lost since November 2022. So yeah, I think they are looking pretty all right. Then at second, I have Ukraine. It's a team with not the most players at the highest level, but I think it's a just a better team compared to Slovakia and Romania. Just gonna be fair. They've been doing all right with like an easy win against Moldavia. They lost against Poland, but they drew against Germany, so it's a little all over the place. But I mean, not looking bad. Then at third, you have Slovakia. Yeah, it's not a team, not many players playing at the highest level. And I think they, like in the previous matches, they've been performing exactly how you see it. Like they won against the small teams, they drew or like won. Like it was really close between like the medium teams, let's call them like that, and they lost against the big teams. So nothing really to say about them. And Romania, yeah, I think they have one or two players like in the top leagues, not even at the highest teams. Yeah, I think they're gonna have a really hard time, and they also haven't like won a match this year. They played 0-0 against Liechtenstein, which, yeah, it's not looking good for them. Let's say it like that. But yeah, then let's get into the last pool. It's gonna be pool number F. I think a pool with a clear number 4. So we're just gonna vote in number 4. Georgia, I'm sorry, you're just a clear number 4. But I think it's going to be pretty tight for 1, 2, and 3. I think Portugal is going to be 1, going to be honest. And I think Turkey is actually going to be 2nd, which is interesting because Czech Republic has been doing quite well previous years in tournaments. So, but yeah, we're going to dive deeper into that. But first, Portugal. Good team, great attack. Yeah, they just have so many names. Jota, Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, not to forget João Felix. Just some big names are there. I think Leao, just to name a few attackers. It's crazy, and they also have got like a good midfield, and they've got a good team. I think they really do have a good team, and they're getting a little bit underrated, I think. But I might be looking wrong. But no, they will win this pool. Portugal cruised through their quali with winning literally all matches, which is crazy because I think no other team has done that. But after that, they have like 3 wins and 2 losses. I think losses against Croatia and Slovenia, but wins against Sweden, Finland, and Ireland. Not too good, but I think they will do right. I think they will do fine. Then at 2nd I have Turkey, and that's really interesting. I think they have like a pretty similar team to the Czech Republic, but just a little bit better. I'm gonna be honest, just a little bit better. In the last 4 games, they didn't play that great though. They did lose 3 and drew 1, but it was against Poland, Italy, Austria, and Hungary, which all 4 aren't bad teams at all. But yeah, now that I have to check at 3rd, and they have a team with like Koval, Journey, Suchek, but I think besides that, they don't really have a team. They haven't lost though again since October 2023. And like they've won the last 4 matches quite easy, although the only real opponent like notable out there was Norway, and they haven't qualified, so that's also says a thing, you know. And then 4th, 4th Georgia. Yeah, I think the only thing that can save them is an informed Kvaratskhelia. Sorry if I butchered that name. But yeah, no, I don't think they can do anything at all. They have won all like matches in 2024, but those matches were against Montenegro, Greece, and Luxembourg. Yeah, not really anything to say. I'm not gonna do like the group, like the next rounds yet. Although I will say who I think will win. And I think England's finally bringing it home. I'm not English, so don't call me biased, please. But yeah, I think England with their team should take it home. If they don't, it's like a real shame. I'm just saying it. It's a real shame, and England fans should never expect to win anything anymore. With especially not with Southgate. But no, I think, and I do kind of hope they win. I mean, they've got an amazing team, and I hope just I'm right. Would be great. But no, that's like my expectation. I think the top scorer might be. I'm just gonna say it on the top of my head right now. Okay, I'm just gonna say something controversial. It's gonna be Cristiano Ronaldo. Controversial? Yes. Might happen? You never know. But no, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. So I wanna thank you all for watching. Please have a great day, and I'll see you.